hello, everybody, and welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, notification bell, tell a friend. This is part two of Two Tons of Fun Thursday, where we have the £1,000 Best Friends Season 2, Episode 10 Thick Line Between Love and Weight. Okay. I usually love wedding episodes.
I'm gonna start by saying this,
I didn't like this
and
one.
this is gonna be real bad. But shout out to the tent.
Mm-hmm.
They was getting ready. To me, that was the best part of the episode. I'm like, okay, that tent is huge, and they have the couches, the sofas. I'm like, I like that. You come chill out in there. I was feeling the tent.
That wasn't a nice tent. That was not
Well,
a nice tent.
I would, but okay. When I say nice, I was thinking in terms of camping. I should have said that. Like that would be like a cool camping tent.
Not with how cold it was. I'm sorry. This wedding, this wedding was okay. Never mind. I
I This episode as a whole was like one character made me really mad, and we'll start with her. Her name is Tina. She really upset me this episode. We're gonna start
Why
with,
did y'all think that she was ever going to get that surgery? She's never going to do it.
but no, it's more than that though. It's more than that. So I'm gonna start with the beginning. So
Mhm.
they're trying to get her to go to the hospital for surgery. This, and that. She doesn't want to go.
Mhm.
Her anxiety, fine, whatever. They call Vanessa over. Vanessa talks to her. That she's like, and I like the way Vanessa approached this because she told her, like, this is such an opportunity and you're gonna throw it away. Like, you've worked to get here. Why won't you go through with them? And all Tina can say is my anxiety, the statistics, blah 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 blah. I'm like, well, think about the statistics on the other end of you not getting the surgery, and she never does that. Like she only looks at the 1% chance of something can go wrong versus like what the 30-40% that she could die due to her condition. And I never understood that about her.
But here's the thing. Here's what summed it up for me. When Tina said, I was never 500 pounds like y'all, I was never on death's door.
Mm-hmm.
She looks down, she doesn't see herself as the same
Right.
condition as they were.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't. So that
No.
justifies everything for her. She feels that she's so delusional. She thinks that she can lose this weight. But if you could have, you wouldn't have been yo-yoing between 5 and 10 pounds for how many years now?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
And so she decided, and then like, but Dr. Parker calls. That was hilarious. He calls stage, so fine, whatever. He's like, hey, yada yada. He's like, Tina's not here for her surgery. Do you happen to know where she is? And Vanessa that phone like, here she go. I'm like, oops. So he talks to her, and he's like genuinely dumbfounded. He's like, I've never had this before. I've never had someone have surgery scheduled and not show up. He's like, this is where like they're trying to get to, and
Mhm.
he you can see in his face he just could not believe it. He was like, wow. So moving on from that, they're telling her
Wait,
like,
but if Tina had to pay for this surgery, you better believe her dumbass would have shown up for it.
true, good point. Now I want to move forward to what was next with her, because it was pretty much a Tina centric episode in my opinion. And so she decides she's not going to get surgery. They talk to her about Ashley, and Tina's being selfish, and she's not understanding what the a mistake that she's made. She's not
Mhm.
understanding that, and she's not acknowledging the other side of the coin. As I was talking about earlier, she will not acknowledge the other side of her argument. She wants everyone to understand her point of view. But when Vanessa was trying to talk to her and make her see the other side, she was like, "Well, you're not letting me talk. Why did you even come here? Like, if there's something like the open to have to say, then like." why is he here? I'm like, and Vanessa's like, okay, fine, whatever.
Mm.
And this made me not like Tina in this moment because you pull us along this journey with you. We're rooting for you, Tyra Banks style, and you give us this.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, you shouldn't have surgery for the audience, but you did all the stuff, and you're not going to go through with it. And then also, you may actually think y'all were in this together, thick and thin, and you bailed, and this just made me look at her in a different light. Like, dude, when the chips are down for your friends, you're not going to be there.
Well,
And I'm
yeah, she
hoping,
left. She left Ashley high and dry.
and that's what made me not like her. Because like you, when the chips are down, you're just not gonna be there.
Nope.
You're just
Nope.
not gonna be there. And
And
I'm hoping everyone else in the show understands that.
her moral superiority that she thinks she has over these women, Vanessa said, I went and got my surgery for my kids so I could be there for them. And she was like, I didn't go to the surgery for my kids. What? Shut up. But Dr. Proctor was right. You could get in a car accident and not be here. Okay.
Right?
What's going to happen to your kids
I mean,
then?
and I'm just,
Oh, I
it's
know.
interesting
Their
with her
dad and his
attitude.
new boo will take care of them.
Well, I wasn't gonna say all of that, but yeah. So anyway, my thing with her is like she wants to have this moral superiority, like you said, like you just
Mhm.
said, and I'm looking at her like, you weigh more than Vanessa and are about 2 feet shorter. So how are you going to sit here and take jabs at her? And I know that's kind of rude, but when you look at it in real numbers, it's like, surgery changed Vanessa's life. But here's the thing though, Vanessa was very committed. To me, Tina is not committed to anything but the status quo.
Mhm. Okay, wait. Sunway has a question. Do we both think Tina husband have involved himself in Tina changing her mind in her surgery? He doesn't support her at all.
I think this is Tina. I don't blame him on this one. Here's why. This seems to be a pattern of Tina's behavior.
Could he be
She
using that
doesn't.
against her though?
Okay, going down conspiracy theory route, it's possible. He may want her to stay this way in order to keep control over her.
By whispering in her ear, who else gonna want you?
Yeah.
And
Or
if he's
or
planning
why are
on
you doing
leaving
this?
her,
Or
why
why are
does
you doing
he
this?
want her to get herself together so she could get another boo?
Or why are you doing this? I love you just the way you are.
No, he don't.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying that's something.
Mhm.
That's just something someone would say to keep someone in that kind of
And I'm
position.
being the evil whisper in the back of your head. No, he don't.
Otherwise, if he did, he wouldn't have left you the first time. That's something Debbie would say, y'all.
Mhm.
And I want to know. And I want to know. I want to know whose name was on that house, and I want to know why he left the first time.
I want to know why he came back. Did the other boo thing leave you? Did you have to do a Juan Dixon?
Mm-hmm.
Just asking for a friend.
So then
Um,
I'm moving forward with Tina. I think Ashley handled herself very well because
I
that
would
could have
have
easily
rinsed her
been.
out.
I wanted to ask you about that. I think she handled herself as well as she could have. I want to know what your thoughts. I could see you handling that completely different.
Well, first of all, I wouldn't have been on a camera because the way how she handled her was because there was a camera there. And you have to be careful with how you talk to certain people when you're a person of color.
Mm.
Basically, Tina's not in a headspace to receive anything that anybody says to her. So why waste your breath? but I still would have rinsed her ass out. She probably wouldn't have understand anything that I would have said because it all would have came out with an accent that would have been foreign, and a couple of curse words that she really wouldn't have understood the definition of. So basically, I'd have been done with her. Like, it's just like how you said, her actions by not showing up have shown me that I can't rely on you to be there for me the way how I am being there for you. And it's supposed to be 50-50. It seems like the four of these women got into a pack to do this all together. And Tina saying at the end of that conversation with Ashley, well, I feel like I'm in this all alone by myself. Well, who put you there, boo? You did. You chose not to go and fulfill your commitment to these women and to the hospital and your doctor. And you chose to not fulfill your commitment to your family by using your family as your excuse. You're a whole fucking mess, and I don't care. All of the likability that I built up for you this entire season is now gone. I don't care. I don't care. He ain't come back because of them kids. Because if he did, he would play a bigger active role with them kids. And let's talk about Johnny, because their whole storyline about kicking Megan out with her broke ass, like, you had a bootleg busted Renaissance Festival wedding that you begged to use their facility on their day that they're closed, and when Tina tells you that you have to go, you get upset. How dare she? Like, you get married and you want to go and convert her basement into your love den, and you thinking that that's okay? Like, you bring in a whole husband, like, next thing you know, you're going to be saying to us you want to have your kids down in that basement. It makes no sense. She's telling you to vacate the premises, and you're like, how could you hurt me? Why didn't you tell me this before the wedding so that I could have used some money from that? Don't you have money? You've been living in her basement. You've been on 2 TV shows. The fuck are you doing? How is this a slight against you? You are a guest in somebody else's home. They tell you to go. You get to step in. I could not understand how she was getting so upset about this. Where's your money? Don't your husband, I can't even say your man, your husband, don't he got 2 fucking nickels to rub together and take your ass out of her basement? And she's saying, I've had such a hard year with the flood and then the hotel, and you know, it's been rough for me. Megan, none of that is yours. None of that. Make this show make sense to me.
Well, here's the thing with Megan. Okay. The wedding. You're sitting there still questioning the wedding, the day of whatever.
That was a lie.
But then they were talking to her and saying, like, all right, if you are not sure about this, don't do it. If you get up there and decide that you don't want to do it, don't go through with it. Then she said in her confessional that, I'm so happy to have my girls here. They're talking me down. They're just saying, like, Megan, you're just being overreactive. You're in your head, as always. And she's like, that just lets me know I'm doing the right thing. I'm like, okay, they did not say that. In my opinion, I heard the complete opposite. That you're doing the wrong thing. Don't do it. What are you thinking? Okay, so they go through with the wedding. I'm like, oh, are you serious? Okay. She's all excited. She's all ready. She's always got to be married. I'm like, I'm not understood why you're excited. Y'all been together 12 years, but okay. This part made my head hurt. Just so you know, I was just like, oh Lord, this is not good. This is not good. This is not good. So then we go to Tina's house. Okay, this is what killed me. She's like, I'm officially married. I'm a new married woman, and I'm very excited to like redo our room. No, I'm very excited to start nesting. You know, I can't wait to redo our room. I'm like, in what world does that sound okay? In what world does that sound sane? You're married, newlywed, and you're excited about nesting in your basement bedroom, not your basement apartment, your basement bedroom. I'm like, oh Lord, oh my
With
God,
all
okay,
of her
okay.
hoard shit up in there. She talking about fucking floating shelves. Where you can't see the walls in there. Where are you putting floating shelves? And y'all, look at this man. Does he even look remotely like in a relationship with her? Do he like I can't see it. Let me see if I have another picture here. Okay, that was the cake cutting. That was the ugliest cake I've ever seen. Look at these two toasting, right? Look at this man's face. I Are they the same age? And the people who came to do her hair and makeup, like I wouldn't have paid for that. I can't. Not even their buffet looked attractive. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. Not even the buffet looked attractive. Nothing about this wedding was attractive. And why was Johnny the officiant? I thought he didn't like you.
That was to get them out that basement. That's what that was. Sorry.
Looking like Friar Tuck. Oh my God. Oh God. And when Vanessa said, oh my God, this looks so much like the Renaissance, back in the 1800s. I was like, wrong century. See, this is the downfall of American society because we don't have a proper education system. We got on the first show this woman talking about her child's painting skills and equating it to Mozart, who was a musician. And now we're talking about the Renaissance in a completely different century in which it took place in.
The 1800s
Okay.
though.
I
1800s.
okay.
1800s. 1800s.
1800s.
All right.
I
So,
can't.
so let's get to the conversation between Megan and Tina. Now, I'm gonna say this.
Mhm.
I see both sides, but in this instance,
Mhm.
I'm going to side with Megan, and here's why. Tina had all that
Why?
because when you look at it objectively and fairly, like
Mhm.
Megan said, if she was gonna kick me out, why did she wait till now? Why couldn't she have told me before the wedding? She said I could have used some of those funds to move out. Boom. That's where Tina upset me the most because you could have been told her to get out. I'm sorry. Because we even said that. We said, like, why are you even getting married and you want the basement? Why aren't you using that money to move out? Because Tina
No.
never told her to move out.
Okay. All
Tina
right.
should have
So you've
told her to
heard
move
her
out.
side. You've heard her side.
I
Let's go back to Tina. Let's go. I'm voting for Tina. It don't matter when I tell your fucking ass to get out of my fucking basement. Bitch, you
mm-hmm.
should be on the ready to get out because you is a guest in my home and you should be ready to be stepping. Cause you already know my husband don't like you. So I don't care that you didn't have the funds, because quite honestly, if you don't have funds to get out, you shouldn't have had funds to get married. And you shouldn't be getting married up in my fucking basement.
True, but
No.
rebuttal.
Okay, so let
No.
me go back. Hold on, let me go back to, okay,
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
Mhm.
Rebuttal.
Mhm.
As soon as you found out that she was planning a wedding, you supposed
Mhm.
to told her then and there, because here's the thing, and both you and I said this.
Mhm.
How is Tina okay with Megan getting married in her basement? We said that. So by Tina not stepping up to the plate and saying anything, you're basically telling Megan, oh, it's okay that you get married and living in my basement.
Okay, so Tina had a confessional where she said, "You shouldn't be doing carrying across the threshold into my basement." And as a
Back to
grown
Megan.
adult, wait, as a grown adult, me as a grown adult, a self-aware, non-brain damaged grown adult, if I, first of all, I ain't gonna be living with no man up in my friend basement. Second of all, right? I'm not going to get married to said man and still be living in the basement, because me and my man need to go and make our own way. So this is where Megan, the brunt of this falls back on Megan. But Megan is so used to being a leech on somebody else. Cause I wonder about why she's always saying that this guy, he needs to be told everything to do and blah blah blah, but yet you still living in somebody else's basement. It's not adding up for me. The brunt of this falls on Megan. You have been in these people's basement for how long? If you are making a life decision like getting married, I would not want to be living in someone else's basement. I would have to be moving out to my own place before we even got married. We would need to be independent and on our own. It's all her thing, her thought process on this wedding has been very skewed for me from the beginning, and it's not up to anybody else to tell a grown adult what to do. She is a guest in this woman's house, and this woman can tell her at any time, get out. She doesn't have to be considerate of timelines, savings, weddings, games, video games that they play in, floods, hotels, nothing. She don't have to be considerate of any of that. And if you don't have enough coins in your purse, that's not her problem.
But she did, though. That's my point. That's my exact point. She did have those coins. And going back to Megan, the thing is this: Tina, Tina said what she said, but she said it in the confessional. So you said it in the confessional, so I don't really care about your confessional at that point, because you didn't say it directly to her in the time. As soon as
True,
you
but
found,
if it was said in a confessional, trust and know it was said out loud too.
I don't believe that with Tina, not at all, not with her.
I believe it
Anyone
with
else,
Johnny.
if
I
Johnny
believe
had
it
told
with
her that,
Johnny.
I can see that. But I'm just
Mhm.
saying, the way it comes across is that Tina waited until she got married to do this, even though I don't think that's true. This goes back to Tina's pattern of behavior of non-confrontation,
Mhm.
because I don't agree with her husband on a lot of things.
Mhm.
Well, not really anything, but in this instance, she should have listened to her husband and told Megan right away to get out their basement, especially especially when Megan had the nerve to announce they was getting married. Then and there,
Oh, wait, I
nah,
forgot
babe,
to change it back to her. Sorry. Okay, you could go back to
nah,
her.
babe. As soon as she announced she was getting married, nah, no, you're not in my basement. Not now, not ever.
Mm-mm.
So
I don't
Tina,
think she has the right to say that whenever she does. Just like Megan, you should have been saving up your money since you moved into that basement. Sorry, if you are buying things every day you have money. Didn't Johnny say that she get rid of one thing, but 10 things
Mm-hmm.
come delivered to the house?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Can we play? Can we play conspiracy theory here?
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me put these heifers down. Okay.
Okay. Let's play pretend that
Mhm,
this is all storyline. And here's why I'm saying this.
mhm,
Because remember when they made the announcement, we said this, like, how are you like getting married and planning a wedding and you in the basement? Like, okay, and we talk the money, this, and that, right?
mhm,
You know, you're announcing you're getting married, you're gonna pay for this wedding. I'm like, okay, you got some coins. I'm like, if you have these coins, what were you setting up for? Because this wedding seems to be very spur of the moment,
oh my
a
god.
very spur of the moment. So now I'm like, maybe, just maybe, this wedding and this conflict is all storyline because I don't know any best friends who are going to kick their best friend out with them having no place to go. So I'm like, now that I'm thinking, I'm like, this is how the storyline.
It is all storyline. It is. It because hello, Jackie was there.
See,
Again,
right,
Jackie shows up. Ain't the last time that we saw Megan and Jackie, Megan was gonna kill Jackie was gonna kill Megan for taking Vanessa away from her. Remember last season?
right, yes.
But yet she's sitting front and center. I don't know. Who's the
I was
redheaded
just like,
woman? Who's the
let me
redheaded
check.
woman
Huh?
that is the maid of honor? Who that?
I can't see.
She was the maid. Let me see if I can make this any bigger. No, I can't. No, because I haven't downloaded the picture. I'm sorry, y'all. I was just wondering who that redheaded woman was. That's the maid of honor next to Megan. Because obviously she has friends
Mm-hmm.
outside of this crew. But this is their tacky wedding. And Friar Tuck married them. And I've never seen a more ill fitting tiara on a bride ever. I can't stand this show. I used to like this show, and these last few episodes really ruined it for me.
It's because we talk about them and then we start breaking them down and then we're like, wait, hold on. I think that's part of the problem. We keep looking at them from logical standpoints. And when you look at these shows logically, it's like, okay, there's no logic here. This is all a mess.
Look at these fools. Look at this with Johnny in the middle, looking like he need a flea dip. Ugh. I can't. I can't. Sorry.
See,
But
Sunway, yeah, I think the conversation was fake between Megan and Tina. I still believe that Megan and John live at Tina. I could go with that.
mm-mm.
I could go with that for sure.
Mm-mm-mm. But
That
does
is just the
Johnny still
thing.
live at Tina's?
Shut up. Not does Johnny still live at Tina's? No. Poor thing.
He could have stayed there till the end of the season. I mean, he could be Coach Shaw part two.
Oh, with the real family.
I don't know. I was so disappointed in this wedding.
I mean, I wasn't disappointed in the wedding. I
I
was
was.
more disappointed. I was more. Well, we knew it was gonna be cheap. But I was disappointed in the way everything played out, and and then I'm mad that we sat back and thought about it and just determined that it was all storyline, which is even more annoying because there was no reason for it.
I was like, TLC dropped the ball on the cake though, because that's not what that lady described when she was at the cake consult. She said, like, the castle on the top with the dragon coming up around the side of the cake to the castle. And these was some like matchbox, like plastic figurines that she stuck on this cake. Like,
From
look at
Safeway.
this was a basic cake.
It was from
Oh,
Safeway. In the
shoot,
day
I
on the
was
day
saying Walmart.
on the day old table.
Look at this. Look at this cake, y'all. Look at this. Look at this cake. I thought she was going to be doing cake boss kind of cake. These are some plastic things stuck into the cake.
Yeah, it's a basic like honestly what it is. They could have bought just two different size cakes, stack them, and put the little uh what is it
This is
Disneyland
sheet
castle on top
cake.
of it.
This is sheet cake that they
Well,
cut and made two layers, did a basic buttercream with some little bloops on the edges, and then they stuck in this crap from aisle 54 at the Walmart.
oh, and since Debbie busted the TLC out, I don't feel bad by saying this. That don't look sugar free to me. I'm just
It
saying.
isn't, because look look
I'm
at
just
look at
saying.
the Walmart cupcakes next to it in the Ukrainian colors. They got a discount on that because they day old. All of this shit is from Walmart. That woman wasn't doing this wedding.
Nope. Nope.
That woman got free promo, and then she disassociated herself as quickly as possible. And then they went down to the local Walmart, and ain't nothing wrong with Walmart because I've eaten plenty of
Nope.
Walmart cakes. But this is a sheet cake with some toys from aisle 54, and then they
Hmm.
got the little cupcake things right next to it. Tell me y'all don't see them cupcakes right in front of John. And look, they got more cupcakes in front of her. They got red ones in front of her, and then the blue and yellow ones, the Ukrainian special, in front of him. I know you fucking lying. I can't stand TLC.
They just don't do anything all the way. They have step everything.
And then they leave it out there for us to talk about it. I think this is what gets me mad. It really does. These shows are taken away from my very short remaining life. I can't.
It's just kind of ridiculous though. When we can catch everything, it's like, and I know as over the years we've gotten smarter about picking these things up, but they shouldn't be this bad. They should do better.
But they're not, because we're watching and we're talking about it, and they're getting more advertisers.
And I
Can't
mean, I'm
stand
not
this
gonna
show.
lie, it's fun for a little while to laugh at these people, but when production just does them so dirty, it's like, come on now.
I was interested in Vanessa's consult, but again, Vanessa's beginning to sound like Chris from the Sisters show, because
Mm-hmm.
the woman actually said this was a preliminary consult. This is a long process. She said the same exact thing as Dr. Proctor. We're going to need you to get down to 180 and a certain BMI, and we're going to need you to maintain that for a certain amount of time before we even think about having this. I was interested because I didn't realize that Vanessa had, with her weight loss and the sagging skin, had created some additional appendages up near her cootie cat. And I was just like, wait, what? I was fascinated by that. I appreciate all the blurred out screen. I appreciate Vanessa for being so open and honest about what's going on with her body. I think that's the realest part of this particular show. But I understand it's super uncomfortable for both her and Chris, but I don't want this to be a moaning session every episode. It will come in time.
My thing with Vanessa, she gets over things very quickly. Once she has the information she needs, she moves on. I think with
Mhm.
her, I think what she thought was going to happen is that they would do like one full pass, and then she'd be okay. And I think she still, I think she didn't wrap. I think what caught her off guard was like the maintaining. I think the 180 wasn't the problem. She knew the 180, right? But
Mhm.
it was the that she has to maintain the
Mhm.
180 for those 6 months. She wasn't accounting on the 6 months. It caught her off guard, and
Mhm.
I think she's a person like once she understands, she'll be fine. It's just she just thought once she got to the 180, she would be good to go. But the doctor was absolutely correct, and it makes sense that she's like, no, we need you to maintain this for 6 months to make sure your weight stabilized. And once the doctor explained to her, like, yeah, we need you to be stabilized because we only basically we want to do everything in one pass, like in one
Mhm.
full procedure arc, like one time everything, not we do it one time, you lose more weight, and like you said, if we were to do it like at 180, and you lost more weight, you wouldn't get the best benefits from the work that we
Mhm.
do. And I think
Right.
Vanessa kind of understood that part. I think Vanessa has a very good capability of understanding. She understands very well once you explain it to
Mhm.
her. And I was
Oh,
like,
and if
okay,
she doesn't understand it right away, she's going to research it because you heard her sit down there and say, "I don't understand how they're basically going to cut me in half." That round, the full body lift is like around the
yeah,
world. I think that's the nickname for it.
mhm,
And Wendy Williams had one. That's how I found out about that surgery, the round the world.
mhm,
And they basically cut you all the way around your body and remove and suck you in.
mhm,
And she's gonna sit down and research that because she said point blank into the period, I don't understand how they're gonna cut me in half. That's a serious surgery.
yeah,
That's a serious surgery because think about it. You're cut all the way around your body. There's no comfortable situation after that in the recovery.
mm-mm,
No comfortable sweet spot whatsoever. So she's got some major surgeries, like even down in her kitty cat area, the arms, the breast lift. But I think Vanessa's thinking that she's gonna get bigums.
right.
She want bigums. Can't they wear pants that hold the extra skin? I wear pants that hold in my stomach, some pants that support the extra skin. But hers is a lot though. Because
Yeah,
hers is uneven because it messes with her balance. I don't know. I feel bad for her, but I think if she and Chris can tough it out, I think it'll be like they'll reap the best benefits because
mhm,
did Mama June even wait? I'm so glad that they don't have any of Mama June's surgeons because I think Mama June's surgeons was all shady as all get out. Um, I don't think she waited a prolonged period and kept her weight at a certain thing. I think she just went right in and did all of that surgery. And where is she now? Toothless and just putting back on the pounds. I don't know. Just I have more confidence in this group of surgeons between the two tons of funds shows than I do on Mama June. Oh, she's back in May. Oh my god. I can't even watch that show anymore. Oh my god. So, what did we miss anything else in this episode?
nope. I think we got it all.
Oh, and Ashley, in the 2 weeks since she's had her surgery, she's lost 30, 40 pounds, I think she said.
Mm-hmm.
I
30
think
pounds,
that's
yeah.
awesome. But why her confessional, she still looked like a linebacker?
That's just her shape. I mean, here's the thing with Ashley, and I really hope I hope she's still in therapy and counseling because she needs to under she needs to really understand her
Mhm.
body shape,
Mhm.
because for her, given her stature and her build, she may not ever be in the 150s or whatever. So I hope they really tell her and work with her like, hey, based on your structure, muscle mass, bone, stuff like that, your ideal weight is going to like be in this realm, not in this realm. So get out of that headspace. So yeah,
Who's
it's just
taller?
her.
Who's taller, her or Vanessa?
I think they're running neck and neck, honestly.
Oh. Hold on, let me see. Yep, they are about even. Well, good luck to all of them except Tina, um, and Megan for giving us the worst wedding ever. Because we
Mm-hmm.
live for a wedding episode on this channel. We do. I love a wedding episode. But when your
But
bachelorette is better than your wedding,
mm-hmm.
that says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
That says a lot. All right, Jamal. Any final
So
thoughts on this trash?
no, I think we're good. I just looked up. So interesting. So
Mhm.
this is season two. So right now they're making anywhere between 1,500 to 3,000 per episode at the high end. And then once they've been on for 3 years, it can go from 7 to 10,000 episodes. So so yeah, they're making pennies compared to other networks, but y'all making enough for rent, Megan.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we on episode what? This is episode 8, right?
Episode 10. 10.
10.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so based on the low end, you've already made 15 grand this season, plus what you made last season. You Megan, it's okay. Okay, we need the storyline. I understand, but okay.
And Megan thinks that she's the queen bee of this flock.
Right.
So she's not making 1,500. She's making more. I think she would be pissed if she found out that Vanessa was making more than her, which I sneakingly
Right.
suspect she is. But anywho, I don't have anything more to say about these wretches. Johnny, do better. Hurry up and move out. Give Tina a storyline. Give me something to laugh at. Wouldn't it be great if he left her for Jackie?
You're just so messy.
I'm serious. That would be good. That would be good. Wait, what are y'all saying? I have to catch a replay with you and Heidi. I'm your time. Oh, okay. Thank you for catching up with us, Sunway. Get some rest. All right. So, guys, this was it. This was £1,000 Best Friends, season 2, episode 10. Thick line between love and weight. Guys, join us tomorrow where we'll be talking about our other favorite show, MILF Manor, and it'll be reunion part 1 for Real Housewives of Miami.
From what I understand, yes.
Okay, well, guys, thanks for joining us today. Can't wait to see your comments. I've been a little crotchety today. I don't, I've started day drinking. Maybe that's why.
It could
Oh,
be.
God. I don't know. Both of these shows are just a wee bit disappointing for me. But join us tomorrow where we'll have a lot more fun. And I don't think I will be ranting on anyone. Hopefully. Jamal, until next time.
Of course.
All right, y'all. Bye.